Hey guys, welcome back to Michio Makes. My name is Michio. I like to make stuff. Today I've got part number 16 of the Toyota Sprinter Trueno AE86 by DeAgostini. This is the 1/8 scale model. That's going to be huge once it's completed. And without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Okay, after the quick unwrapping, we've got our catalog information here. We actually don't have frames this time. We actually have a box, which is kind of nice, because looks like we've got some tires, some wheels. Looks like a pretty short one today. No problem. And we've got our cover. Let's take a look at the information first. Okay, diving right into the book here. Looks like we get some information on the Toyota Celica GT from the 70s. These are actually really cool looking cars, and you do not see these very often. They were released in the States, but again, pretty rare. There's a lot of actually great information. I used Google Translate on this, and I think that this is actually a really cool car. So I'll let you kind of take a look at the shell yourself if you want to use Google Translate in the video. See if I can actually focus on that. And then rolling right into it, this is the Toyota Crown, the Toyota Crown. Don't know much again about these cars other than they are, I think, a pretty basic sedan type car almost that was really kind of introduced post-war, post-World War II, it looks like. Yeah. These Crowns, and I know that they're still being produced under the name Crown in Japan, are really based off of kind of luxury and ride and feel, but never really owned one. Never owned one of these, or even driven one. And we get right into the instructions. So it looks initially like we're going to be doing the two front tires, if you can see right here. Looks like we got a brake disc cover, maybe a caliper here, and that sure looks like a brake disc right there too as well. So actually more like it looks like there's more involvement than actually what initially thought. What I initially thought. It looks like we are going to be putting these parts on the suspension, lower suspension here too as well. And then rolling right into wheel assembly. But it's funny how they made these pictures bigger because there's less steps, it seems like. So let's go ahead and get everything unboxed. Okay, starting with the screws, looks like we've got the... Let's see if we can focus on that. We've got the MA screw, TM, and the AP. Let's take a look at this cover here. This is metal. Part of the brake disc here. This is plastic, actually. The other side of that brake disc. Plastic as well. brake pad holder, plastic. On the other side of that holder. And then obviously two gigantic front tires. And I think we've looked at some other tires before, maybe not. Yes, we have actually. So the detail, the quality and detail of these tires is amazing actually. And being able to see the steel belt radial with the tire size on there, RD207 steel, you know, the Bridgestone on the edge too as well, made in Japan. The tire tread, though not like super deep, like these would be, even in full size, be pretty almost bald, I would say. There's not much tread on these tires, but you know, as more of a sporty tire, and then the tread pattern too as well, looks pretty good. Here's the other one, and these are hard rubber. These are actually rubber. They're not plastic or anything. So there's give, and they smell like rubber. They do not stink as bad as, you know, tires. So they're a little bit less kind of noxious smelling, as regular tires are when they're brand new. But these are rubber indeed. So let's get everything set up and we'll jump right into the build. Okay, with our pieces laid out here, it looks like the first step is to take this piece here, and we're going to be attaching the caliper right here, just like that, and then using the AP screws right in those two holes. Awesome. Now we're going to attach this other part right here to this back side. Right there. Oops. As well as using another AP screw. Just like that. Now you can kind of see how that looks. The depth of that. Actually, you know, they could have easily just made this whole one piece where the caliper bracket aren't attached to this, and they just could have made, hey, let's just make this one piece. But they decided to actually, whoops, there it goes. They could have actually made this one piece, but they actually made it two pieces, and it actually does give it a lot of depth, making the fact that it is two pieces rather than just one. Just because I know that in here there could have been like casting lines, or, you know, just let me point here, it could have been combined, but they actually had it a separate piece itself, and I think that actually makes it a lot more accurate. Alright, so the next part is that we actually take this and mount this on here. And for what I'm seeing, it's on this one right here, obviously, because we have it on this side already. Take a look right there. You can kind of see how that side's mounted. Do the same on this side. Make sure this is in focus for you so you can see it. Just like that. And we use the TM screws. You can tell the difference between the AP and the TM because this is actually a flush mount screw. You can kind of tell right away. The other ones were not. They're more rounded, have the kind of the button head. Alright, that gets mounted right here. Just get this aligned right there. I'm just going to kind of start it and not finish it right there. Get the other screw in because it's going to be a little more difficult to kind of torque that down. Right there. And again, the quality, every video I say about the quality, but it's true every single time. This is so high quality that it takes almost no effort to get this screwed in. And you should know that you don't want to torque these down too hard. Because you might strip them, but you don't need to torque it down when, or you don't need to like kind of wrench it down when it's already just feeding itself super easily. Now for this, the next spot. Now this is the next part. And all we gotta do is really just kind of sandwich this together. So we just find the keyway right there. We just kind of sandwich them together just like that. The brake disc. You can see the vents inventing right here too. Again, these small details, they could have easily just made this whole one piece, right? Had it all in the injection mold, but they had it two pieces, and it really does give it depth. Showing these vent holes right there. And surprisingly enough, on a really small, with only a few pieces, we're mostly done with this one right here. Let me just take a look at that. So we're going to put this aside, and then we've got this side mounted right here. That step is complete. Now, actually, we are working on the tires today. So we're going to take one tire, just one, and mount the rim in there. Okay, I figured it out. I was looking for another rim to be like, replace this one, or did I forget to unbox one? But in actuality, with these tires, with this one that we had done in, I guess, issue 3, we're replacing this one. Let's take a look at it. The reason why. The reason why they said it was because of the tread pattern. You can see the tread pattern right there. This is, again, the one that has the rim, the one that we assembled in issue 3. And then you take a look at this tread pattern. The one that we just got in this issue. You can see it's pretty significantly different in how it looks. And they said that this one's more realistic, which I tend to agree with. Definitely. I can't see where this one would be bad. Tread-wise, it definitely feels obviously fatter, thicker. It looks like it, definitely. But it definitely seems more flat, too. This does seem more realistic, too. But it's just funny how they're like, okay, yeah, we're going to just give you a whole another tire. And because the tread pattern's more realistic, I don't know what we're supposed to do with this other one. Maybe it's just a souvenir. You put it in your diorama or something like that. Maybe it's a spare tire. I don't know. But these are the ones that we're going to be actually using on the car, not these ones. So they did give us some new screws here, I believe. Yes, the AM screws here. I probably will use these just because I don't want to strip out these holes. They actually have a tip right here of making sure, making sure you don't thread, strip out the threads or the hole here, and making sure you go counterclockwise first to make sure you get a bite, and then before you start torquing down. Let me see if we can make sure that's in focus for you guys. You can kind of see that there, little diagram. So let's go ahead and get this one undone and just take these screws out. We'll mildly use what they've provided. Again, just removing the screws. It's kind of funny how they just were like, okay, yeah, we're just going to, in our issues, we're just going to give you a new tire because we didn't think this one was real enough for you. Like, okay. So this is the old one. You can see the tread pattern there. And this is the new one. I can't recall if there's a inside or an outside. They do look the same on both sides. I don't think so. So we'll just place this one back on top. I am going to use the new screws, so pull those to the side. Here's the inner rim, part of the rim. Make sure this gets aligned correctly. I'll zoom in for you. And we'll do what they ask in setting that, making sure to get actually on the hole. Go back, make sure that's nice and set. Go backwards, hear that little click, and then just slowly torque it in. And I'm not going to pull it in all the way, just a little bit so it gets a bite. And then we're going to go around, just like you would do lug nuts. This in, go backwards. Make sure we're nice and flush and even. Make it bite a little bit. So it needs a little bit. You can see the gap there. There it goes. Alright, I'm not going to torque it down all the way. Next one. Okay, started. Last one. Alright. With that one. Start going around again. Let's start torquing this down a little bit more. Okay. And we're all set with this rim. Looks great. So again, don't know what I'm going to be doing with this tire. Hang on to it. We'll see what happens. Okay, with that rim fully swapped over, we have completed part number 16 of the Toyota Sprinter Trueno AE86 by DeAgostini. Again, we did the rim swap over for the wheel, the brake disc, the caliper over here too as well, and that was it. I think some of these parts are going to get shorter and shorter and shorter, not as involved as the engine, but we are making progress. So I'll see you guys in part number 17, where we will be actually doing another rim. So again, a pretty short video for that one. It looks like just fully rim assembly, totally fine. We'll make that happen real quick, but I will see you guys then. Have a good rest of your day, and love it if you guys would like and subscribe. That'd be awesome too as well if you really enjoy this project. Thanks very much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.